Well, as you can see, we got a horse standing in a bucket. We're soaking her feet. And I just wanted to do a quick one here on the benefits of good training versus, teaching a horse to tie. Because actually, if you train them properly, you don't really need to tie them. And, well, when you do tie them, if you do tie them, it's not going to be an issue. So it's not really tying isn't something that really needs to be taught. At least I don't think so. Not the way I do things. Now, you will notice, yes, she does have a halter on. And yes, there is a lead here. But you'll also see the other end's not tied to anything. The only reason that lead is there is in case somebody happens to come in the door over there and gets her a little distracted. There is actually enough room in this stall for her to move around, and she could end up knocking the bucket over or stepping out of it or something like that, because as you can see, there's a fair bit of room on both sides of her, so and there's even room behind her and in front of her, so she could move, but we don't need to worry about that much because she's trained to stand still. And, that's the benefits of good training. And actually, it was kind of interesting. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but it just popped into my head while I was standing here. And I'm not going to bother explaining why we're soaking her, what she's in. That really doesn't matter anyhow. But prior to doing this, I started thinking, well, most people usually, when they're soaking their horse, they cross tie it. Well, as far as I know, she's never been in cross ties. I've never had in cross ties. In fact, I started thinking about it. I've had this horse for about 2 years now. I've never tied her. And so, I figured she'd probably tie okay, but, cross ties are a little bit more restrictive for the movement. She might get a little concerned about that. I don't know. Maybe not. She probably would have been okay, but I would have had to do that in the other barn. Well, maybe I could have done it in here, but would have been a little more work. In the other barn, there's actually cross ties already set up in there. But we decided, you know what? We don't really need cross ties. We don't need to tie her. We'll just ask her to step into the bucket there and ask her to stand still while we soak her here. And she is going to stand in this exact spot. We just soaked her yesterday, and we're doing it again today. This is the second time. And, we actually don't even know how long we're supposed to be doing this for, but a minimum is about 20 minutes. Some people suggest up to half an hour, depending on what your purpose of soaking is. But anyhow, she's going to stand here this entire time without being tied. She's going to stand here because I want her to, and I've asked her to. And that's what she's trained to do. So, do you need to tie? No, not really. Not if you train them proper. Have a good day.